अन्विष्यते क्षणे क्षणे नित्यनूतनम् नवनवीना विविधरूप ज्ञानमुत्तमम् सुज्ञानमुत्तमम् अन्विष्यते क्षणे क्षणे नित्यनूतनम् अपारज्ञानसागरे प्राप्यते प्रवर्धते अपारज्ञानसागरे प्राप्यते प्रवर्धते प्रकाशते ज्ञानमुत्तमम् ज्ञानमुत्तमम् विज्ञानमुत्तमम् अन्विष्यते क्षणे क्षणे नित्यनूतनम् प्रसार्यते अवाप्यते तन्त्रज्ञाननायकैः प्रसार्यते अवाप्यते विराजते ज्ञानमुत्तमम् ज्ञानमुत्तमम् तन्त्रज्ञानमुत्तमम् विश्यते क्षणे क्षणे नित्यनूतनम् जयतु ज्ञानमुत्तमम् स्वतन्त्रज्ञानम्
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the learners of the executive postgraduate programs offered by IIIT Bangalore and upGrad. I am Krishna Takaria, a second year IIT EC student, and I'll be your host for today's event. We're here today to celebrate your success and hard work. Congratulations on successfully completing your respective programs in machine learning and artificial intelligence, data science, and software development. Today is indeed a very special day because we have 2,456 learners who have come together either at the campus or are watching the ceremony live with their friends and family to celebrate this milestone. Before we begin, I request everyone to be seated and put your mobile phones in silent mode once the program begins till the duration of the program. Please note that IIIT B campus is a smoke-free zone and smoking is strictly prohibited. We place significant emphasis on green initiatives given our commitment to being a fully sustainable campus. As a part of our commitment to sustainability, we avoid the use of plastic water bottles. Instead, pure filtered water is accessible right outside the auditorium. No food or beverages are permitted inside the auditorium. In case of an emergency, please take note of the nearest fire exit for a safe and gradual evacuation. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us immense pleasure to invite the chief guest of our event, Mr. Ambarish Kenge, the group CEO of Angel One, to come onto the stage. Yes. Uh, we also invite Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, sir, and Dr. Devibrata Das to come onto the dais. Mr. Ambarish Kenge is a seasoned leader with deep expertise across fintech, consumer internet, and e-commerce. As Group CEO of Angel One Limited, one of India's leading fintech platforms and financial services company, he is driving the next growth phase through product innovation, tech-led transformation, and enhanced customer experience. Before joining Angel One, Mr. Ambarish played a pivotal role in scaling Google Pay in India as the VP GM of the APAC region, where he helped shape one of the country's most widely adopted digital payment platforms. Prior to Google Pay, he was a chief product officer at Myntra, where he drove the integration of AI ML to personalize the fashion e commerce experience. He also co founded and led a project for Google Chromecast, a mobile first streaming device that transformed the smart TV experience globally. Under his leadership, Chromecast has become one of the fastest selling consumer tech products, with its core technology now embedded in San Jose, where he worked on high speed networking technologies. With nearly 3 decades of experience, Mr. Ambarish is a recognized innovator with 4 patents to his name. He holds an MBA from the Haas School of Business at the University of California, Berkeley, MS in Computer Science from Purdue University, MTech Computer Science and Engineering from IIT Kanpur, and a Bachelor in Computer Engineering from AMU. Welcome, sir. It is a great pleasure to have you here, Professor Devbrata Das. Dr. Devibrata Das is serving as a director of IIIT Bangalore. Before joining IIIT B in 2002, he has served at the G.S. Sanyal School of Telecommunication at IIT Kharagpur and later at Kirana Networks in New Jersey, USA. He is project officer of the National Mission for Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems in the areas of advanced communication system from DST, Government of India. He was PI of multiple sponsored projects from Intel, Hewlett Packard, Microsoft, Motorola Research, Tejas Networks, Nokia, Government of India, in the areas of broadband wireless MEC, QoS, energy saving, and IMS. His main areas of research interest are IoT and wireless access networks MEC, QoS, and power saving. Dr. Das has received his PhD degree from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. He has more than 220 peer reviewed papers in different transaction, journals, and international conferences. Dr. Das has received 9 Best Paper Awards. He has 12 US and Indian patents to his name, and 10 more are under review. He and his wireless network team had contributed ideas to the IEEE wireless broadband standard. He has received the Professor Kiresh Srinivasan Memorial Award in 2017 for excellent teaching and Professor SVC Iyer Memorial Award in 2020-22 for research in the areas of telecommunication and electronics from IETE. Dr. Das is recipient of the IEEE Regent and Outstanding Volunteer Award in 2020, Global IEEE MG Achievement Award 2012, and Outstanding Volunteer Award IEEE Bangalore Section 2008. Dr. Das has been honored with the Distinguished Alumnus Award of 2025 by IIT Kharagpur. He is a fellow IETE, fellow IE, and SMIEEE. He is a member of the National Academy of Science, India. He was a chairman of the IEEE Indian Council for the year 2023 and 2024. He was a chairman of the IIIE Bangalore section 2017. Dr. Das is in steering, empower, and technical committees across multiple departments of the Government of India and Government of Karnataka. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, thank you for joining us on the stage here today. He is a visionary entrepreneur, film producer, philanthropist, and a co founder and chairman of upGrad. He has built a remarkable legacy across industries, from creating UTV into one of India's most successful media houses to now shaping the future of online education and lifelong learning through upGrad. Alongside with his wife Zarina Screwvala, he leads the Swadesh Foundation, which is dedicated to lifting rural families out of poverty through health, education, and livelihoods. He also pursues his passion for storytelling through RSVP movies and is actively building India's sporting culture in kabaddi, chess, and table tennis through youth sports. We welcome you, sir. I am delighted to extend my invitation to our esteemed faculty member, Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, who is the Dean of Academics at IIIT Bangalore, to join us on the stage. With extensive experience as an industry practitioner, followed by a distinguished service as an academician currently at IIIT Bangalore, Professor Chandrasekhar has played a pivotal role in advancing data science education at IIIT Bangalore. He was named among the top 10 data science academicians of India by Analytics India magazine, first in 2018 and then in 2019. It is my pleasure to invite him here once again on the stage. It's my privilege to and growing continuing professional education at IIIT Bangalore for several years. We welcome you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Kamoda S.R. Sridhar, the Registrar at IIIT B, to join us on the stage. Kamoda S.R. Sridhar joined IIIT Bangalore in June 2016. A veteran of the Indian Navy, he brings with him nearly 38 years of extensive experience in administration, personnel management, and support services. At IIIT Bangalore, he represents the administrative face of the institute and provides leadership marked with discipline and diligence to facilitate and strengthen all the academic, research, and allied activities. We welcome you, sir. Now, I would like to request our chief guest, Mr. Ambarish Kenge, Group CEO of Angel One, and all our dignitaries, along with our esteemed learner, Ms. Binu, to kindly light the lamp.
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटिसूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा शुभं करोति कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योति परब्रह्मं दीपज्योति जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापम्.
Thank you all. Now, I request Professor Debabrata Das, Director of IIIT B, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good morning. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this beautiful IIIT B Bangalore campus. I hereby extend my warm welcome to the chief guest of the event, Mr. Ambaris Kenge, the Group CEO of Angel One. Thank you for your time and coming. It is indeed our pleasure to have you with us at this very important event. I also extend my warm welcome to Mr. Rani Skruwala, the co-founder and chairman of the upGrad. Thank you, sir, for coming. So nice of you. And also my esteemed colleague, Professor R. Chandrasekhar, Dean Academics and all of IIIT Bangalore, and also the faculty in charge of this continuing educational professional education, Professor V. Sridhar, and also the Commodore Sridhar, Registrar of IIIT Bangalore, and also Mr. Pirangam, the CFO of IIIT Bangalore to this event. And hearty congratulations to the dear graduates here in auditorium and those attending online. And big hand of applause to all your hard works and also the congratulations for graduating today. My respect to your parents and family members of graduating students, our IIIT faculty members and the staff and upGrad team and who have been here. And with this note, with this auspicious event, we'll start with this address. We started our continuing professional education journey partnership with upGrad in 2015. Now this year is 2025, exactly 1 decade back. So that means this today we are completing 10 years of our strong collaboration. And our first cohort, which was on data science program, and this marks the 10th anniversary of very productive and fruitful collaboration between IIIT Bangalore and upGrad. Congratulations to both the sides and the team for these achievements. We thank Mr. Anish Kruwala and the team, the founder of the upGrad, and their foresight in partnering with IIIT Bangalore at the very early stage of online education revolution in India, that from 2015. Subsequently, we expanded our offerings with the start of the first cohort in the software development and machine learning and artificial intelligence in 21st December 2017 and 22nd January 2018 respectively. So the first one was our data science and analytics and followed by this AI and all. And realizing that the future will be encompassed by the AIML, our flagship program that was started 7 years back is one of our best offerings to upskill working professional like you. In tune with the latest development in large language models and generative AI, we continue to revise and upgrade the curriculum in our programs to suit the needs of the industry. In this journey so far, we'll be happy to know has benefited 31,000 learners who have been able to upskill and attend the knowledge in these emerging technology areas and have been able to successfully migrate to the newer roles in the organizations. So this is a big number, 31,000 already graduated from these online programs. Some of these have gone on to pursue their master's and PhD programs at premier institutes and universities here in India as well as outside, along with majority of them has gone to the industry. Today, we will be graduating 2,456 learners across all our programs. Our relationship with upGrad for the past decades has been outstanding, leading to nation's capacity building. It is extremely important responsibility because nation needs this upskillment very fast and in large number, which we both of us are doing together. We are able to widen our research in joining our country's mission to attain leadership in improving the skills of our knowledge and workers' critical digital technologies with excellent collaboration with upGrad. We are also planning to offer online degree programs in AI and data science subject to requirements of the regulatory approvals. We see ourselves as the important partners in India's growth story, playing our roles in educating a large workforce capable of handling the future advancement in automation and AI. So this is a great collaborations which both of us are committed and wants to support our country's growth. And let me tell you that it is what you see now, it is the tip of the iceberg because the AI, ML, and the data science areas and other areas like security and all the software architecture, engineering, all these areas will be moving to different height and levels in the next decades to come. All of you have gained an extensive exposure, knowledge, and skills in emerging digital technologies that are going to define our future in decades to come, ranging from state-of-art of AI algorithms to complex data analysis and innovative software product development. You have a very important role to play in shaping the future of our country and society. You embarked on this journey a year back, knowing fully well the time and effort commitment needed for completion of this intense program. I'm really hats off to you, those who have joined this program, because it has a good amount of teaching, assignments, and all kind of submission within the time, along with your job and also other commitments. Your respective organizations and your family have supported you in this journey all the way. Finally, your hard labor has started bringing the fruits, and I am sure that you will reach ahead and success in your professional career and support India's vision in digital economy close to $1 trillion by 2026. It is my honor to congratulate all the faculty members at IIIT Bangalore who have contributed this program and have taken time off from their personal and professional commitments to conduct sessions during the weekends and evenings. You might have seen and heard some of the best faculty in the video lessons, including Professor R. Chandrasekhar, is here, Professor Dinesh Joygopi, Professor Prem Singh, Professor G.S. Raghavan, Professor Raghuram, Professor Ramesh Kastur, who is also here, Professor Sushri Sangita, and Professor Tulika, Uttam, and Vishwanath, Vivek, and many more. Some of them are here to whom you will meet after this function. And my sincere thanks to upGrad team of buddies and tutors, which is a very familiar name because they who helped to you on day-to-day basis. Give a big hand of applause to those faculties, buddies, and tutors. Practically, they are the people, are the force behind mentoring you while you encountered some challenges along the way and advising you on the course of corrections. My thanks to the subject matter experts imparted their industry knowledge and skills to make these programs as relevant as they can be in your jobs. I also want to appreciate the staff of continuing education program of IIIT Bangalore, Ms. Rasmita, Ms. Nandini, and others who have managed such a large cohorts of learners and making sure that you are here today. And also I want to thank to our upGrad team, Mr. Sirup and Mr. Sarjit, and all the upGrad team members are here and their contribution. Let us give a hand of applause to upGrad and this continuing education program staff who silently works behind the scene to make this one such a great success event. It is this collective and collaborative effort that have brought IIIT Bangalore and upGrad to this leading position in the continuing professional education space in the nation and also many parts of the world. As always, we will strive our best to meet our ever challenging goal posed to provide superior and career-focused quality education in cutting-edge digital technologies in the years and decades to come. This is our responsibility to see how as the technology is changing, we'll change our curriculum and teaching patterns and see that all of you are get benefited. I wishing you all the very best in your career and life and a wonderful and successful life too. With this, I end my talk. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring address. We now call upon the chairperson and co-founder at upGrad, Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, to address the gathering.
To everyone on the dais here, and genuinely and absolutely, I think it's a pleasure that I'm standing here 10 years later and we're celebrating this. And it's history in some making, it's incredible amount of fond memories. But I think for everyone here, the fact that cumulatively we've changed or impacted 31,000 working professionals is something that we all should hold very special for. So good afternoon, everybody. And I'm saying good afternoon. I'm taking the liberty to say good afternoon because for me, I think anything after 9:30, 10 in the morning is the afternoon. So it just depends on how we start our day and how we look at our day and how we want to make our day productive. So I've always looked at anything after 9:30 to 10 a.m. in the morning as a good afternoon part. And as I was kind of driving here and walking the lovely garden and sort of reminiscing of what maybe I could say here, I reflected on this morning where I actually woke up unusually early because I had a 6 a.m. call with somebody overseas where one was interacting with them, slightly mentoring them, possibly investing into something that they're doing incredibly innovative in the field of AI. And even though I felt drowsy, the positive energy on the other side with the three of them explaining to me what it was an incredible learning. And then I walked down from the hotel into the lobby because I was meeting two interesting entrepreneurs here who are actually set up an incredible space company right here in Bangalore. And I'd invited them for breakfast, but I want to tell you we've just forgot about breakfast because that's how interesting the conversation was. And then I took a candidate interview and then I kind of drove here. I guess the point I'm making here as an opening part is with how much pride will we say in our visiting cards outside of saying I graduated here or what my thing is when you're a student. Because actually I would say all of us in our LinkedIn profiles or in our visiting cards actually should start imbibing that we're a student for life. And the minute we accept that, and if you can put that with pride, because I think for most people it would sound like I'm work in progress if I keep saying student, but actually it's not. It's a huge compliment. So I just want to reflect on that thought and leave it with you, that we are all here as students for life. So think about that on your visiting card, the first word that's going to come is not necessarily your CV or whatever else, but actually being a student. And you all have made that tough decision. You've actually done the hard work. It's easy to go through a calendar event and go to university, go to college, because it's part of what you do exclusively. But to take this on as an additional part, balancing your work life and all the ups and downs of work, with all the ups and downs of learning, with all the ups and downs of a family life, is incredible. And so I think what you all have 10 on 10 on is the fact that outside of what you all have learned, you've learned rigor, you've learned discipline, and most importantly, you've also learned balance. Because actually, you need to reflect how well you balanced to get to where you are today. And just that should be something that gives you an incredible amount of self-confidence. When we were lighting that diya just now, my thought went out to only one thing. When you light the diya, it's a starting part, because at some stage during either this ceremony in the next 1.5 hours or by the time we leave, it's going to get blown out. But for all of you all, how are you going to keep this light that you've started off today at the culmination of something that you have taken a lot of personal sacrifice on. But how is that flame going to go on forever? I come from a minority community called the Parsis. We came in here about 1,000 years ago on a coast in Gujarat, and we have the first fire temple there. And the first time I visited that, the priest was explaining to me how in the last 1,000 years, that flame has never gone off in that fire temple. And I reflect on that today to all of us here, that outside of having that student context of what you're going to have there, how are you going to look at this as just lighting your first diya, but how are you going to keep the flame within you forever? We can be whatever we want to be, but the reflection has to be what inspires us. What we've got today is an incredible amount of knowledge. What we need to do is to figure out how that is going to create that inner sense of energy and burn passion, because you've made your sacrifices, you've made your rigor. Now is where the tough part comes, because you're going to have to make choices, and difficult ones, every single day. And you'll need that little flame that burns inside of you constantly for what you want to do. So that's just my second thought, if I can do in my single words of student and flame. I guess going out from here today, there's always this incredible sense of trepidation, right? Because the first thing that's happening here, did I do the right thing? Is everything that's going to happen here in this absolutely tumultuous world going to be an opportunity? Or am I just getting to where I need to get? And I think for all of you all here, with whatever you've learned, if you can carry forward the discipline that whether you like it or not, the world is going to be dynamic from here onwards. I'm not using the word change because everyone gets a little nervous when you say the world is changing too fast. Dynamism is about change, but dynamism is a positive word. Change is a slightly middling word. But we have to accept for whatever we are here, that it's going to be an extremely dynamic environment. And how are we going to adapt to that so that we can be in the top 10% of whatever we set out to do? You made your sacrifices not to be in the top 50%. You made your sacrifices to be in the top 10% of everything else. So how are we going to take that to the next level? These are some of the broad thoughts. I think reflection, being impromptu, just working through with what one thinks through, seeing and making eye contact with some of you all. I think you've taken a long trip. Somebody might be dozing off. Somebody has to hold the attention. Somebody still wants to check his email because that seems to be the most important and urgent things to do. And for someone who's speaking out there, the big challenge is how do you hold the attention of everyone who definitely, one of the biggest challenges we have today is how we're going to combat distraction. Because we can learn all we want in management schools about importance of focus. But if you're distracted, that focus in a plan is of no environment, because your execution capabilities with distraction will never happen. So I want to congratulate all of you all. I want to wish you the best. May the force be with you. May the flame be forever, and you be a student for life. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for such a special message to the graduates. Now, I request our chief guest, Mr. Ambarish Kenge, Group CEO of Angel One, to kindly address the gathering.
I have to get that out of the way, otherwise I'll be bending down too much. Good morning, everyone. It's truly special to be here at the International Institute of Information Technology, Bangalore, for this occasion. Professor Das, Mr. Screwwala, Professor Chandrasekhar, Professor Sridhar, Commodore Sridhar, esteemed faculty members, distinguished guests, proud families, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2015. Thank you for the warm welcome and for allowing me for being part of this amazing milestone. 10 years, 31,000 students, quite incredible. However, following these stalwarts on the stage, Mr. Screwwala, Professor Das, I feel like almost saying, I don't know if you guys have done pujas and all, I almost feel like saying, Avahanam na janami visarjanam, which is what you do when you start a prayer saying, look, I don't know how to do prayers. I don't know how to do this. So I would start with that and say, if I make a mistake here, if I tell you something that's not right, they would come back and correct me on that. This institute has built a rare balance of strong research depth and real-world industry relevance. And with upGrad, it has created something truly unique. Not just knowledge for today's jobs, but skills that are world-class and will help you in the future. That's a big deal. You just didn't earn certificates. My hope is that you've earned a long-term edge. For me, you are not just a graduating batch, but a community of innovators, problem solvers, dreamers, and future leaders. I'm excited for what is ahead of you. I still remember my graduations and multiple of those, and hopefully you have that excitement and everything that is in front of you and what you can do. But I also know that many of you did this while balancing full-time jobs, families, or career transitions. And that resilience will matter more than any algorithm you will ever code. And most importantly, I also want to take a moment to recognize your families and friends, who I'm certain would have played a critical role in getting you this far. And if you're watching on streaming, all of us are clapping for you here. When I look back at my own journey, it has been a mix of curiosity, risks, and many learnings from experiments that didn't work out. I'll talk about some of them today, but before one of you statistics aficionados points out, you're right. I didn't do A/B testing, or I didn't get to statistic there. But there is a message hidden there. Don't be just data-driven. Be data-informed. Respect data and understand all of it. But sometimes be able to do things not just because of the data, but in spite of the data. That is how leaps happen. That is how big things happen. Because data is never complete. You go after data, you'll never find complete data. In this regard, I'd like to highly recommend a book that I love and you'd probably love reading called Thinking Fast and Slow. If you haven't read, it's by an author called Daniel Kahneman. And talking about learning, I think Mr. Screwwala talked about learning. Learning is very critical because it's not about knowledge. It ends up being about how to learn. And some of these people who have gone after to do really big things, they've learned how to learn. And Daniel Kahneman was one of those people who actually was an economist, in fact, a psychologist who got a Nobel Prize in economics because he had learned how to learn. So do that. And by the way, every failure is an opportunity to learn a lot. At least I have learned a lot from failures because they teach you more than your successes teach you. Someone asked Edison, you know how to make a light bulb? And so do 1,000 other people. Do you know what his classy response was? He said, everybody else knows how to make a light bulb, but I know 1,000 ways how not to make a light bulb. So learn how not to make a light bulb. And don't be disappointed by failures in life or in products. Use them as launch pads for something amazing in the future. Failures are success in progress. AI/ML is all the rage today, but remember, every overnight success is decades in the making. True for people, products, technologies, and everything else. AI is no different. As you know, the term itself was coined in 1956, almost 70 years back. And even though we talk about generative AI a lot, generative AI isn't new either. Generative AI is at least 10 years old. In fact, GANs, how many of you know about GANs, generative adversarial networks? Those were actually published in a paper in 2014. In fact, in Myntra, we used GANs to generate designs, fashion designs through machines. And that was back in 2016 or 17. Since Ronnie talked about attention, in fact, a very seminal paper in LLMs is a paper called Attention is All You Need, which was published in 2017. Right? So that itself is old enough. It's not just a 3 or 4 year phenomenon. So, and in fact, all the LLMs are based on the transformer model described there. But of course, today, the speed at which ideas are moving from research to real world impact is absolutely mind-boggling. If you're not afraid, if you're not fearful of the change that's happening or the disruption that's happening, I would say you should look at the world more, because there's a lot happening. The global AI spending is expected to hit $500 billion in 2026. Now, these are numbers that my team gave, but I think the actual spending, when you look at what China is spending, Mr. Das and I were talking about this morning about that, it's probably much, much more. Chat GPT, in just a matter of few months, 4 months, I think, went from 400 million weekly active users to 800 million weekly active users. That's like more than the population of the United States. By 2030, AI could add $15 trillion to the global economy. Now, the global economy is maybe about $113 trillion right now. So that's crazy that it's going to add $15 trillion. In fact, that is like 4 Indias added to the world GDP. In fact, India is one of the most exciting test beds for this transformation. Overall, 4,500 AI startups are active today, with 40% founded in just the last 3 years. These numbers tell us one thing: AI isn't just shaping technology, it's reshaping economies, industries, and human behavior. At Angel One, we see this force at work. AI is shaping investor nudges, enhancing fraud detection, guiding first-time investors, doing customer supports, and you name it, while also supporting a broader investor community. At Cisco back in the day, this is back in 2000, I got an opportunity to work on the plumbing of the internet. Google allowed me to work on shaping Google TV, launching Chromecast, advancing UPI with Google Pay. And now at Angel One, we are empowering millions of Indians, many first-time investors, to take charge of their financial future through technology, AI, and data. The common thread across all of these experiences, that's technology. But not only technology, it's when it solves problems that people care about. That is the most important part. Technology by itself isn't very important if it doesn't solve a problem for yourself. You need to translate it into products or solutions that create real-world impact. And that journey from concept to meaningful impact often takes years of experimentation, iteration, learning, and tons of failures that you learn from. Similarly, the true promise of AI lies not in its sophistication, but in how human it remains, solving problems that matter at scale that counts. Now, this wouldn't be a convocation speech if I didn't share some advice. My advice is very simple, and it'll be captured in 3 Ws. Why not, and who cares? If you remember those 3 things, I think I would have served my purpose today. Why is about curiosity, the spark behind every discovery. If you're curious, you can learn from anything and anyone. Imagine Sir Isaac Newton learning from an apple falling down from a tree. That simple act helped him learn about gravity. The aha for me about learning came when I was going for a PhD to Purdue. My supervisor, he was the head of the Department for Computer Science in IIT Kanpur, Professor Karnik. He said, AK, do you know what are you going to do in PhD? I said, absolutely. I'm going to specialize in computer networking. He said, what within computer networking? I said, quality of service. He said, what within quality of service? I think I said DiffServ or something. I don't think anybody knows about DiffServ anymore. And he paused because I thought I knew everything. He paused and he said, AK, you know nothing. PhD is called Doctor of Philosophy for a reason. It is not about specializing. It is about learning how to do research. And that thought has stayed with me for close to 3 decades. Being curious and learning how to learn is more important than any specific knowledge you attain. Because knowledge will become obsolete. The power of asking why and learning from it is going to be timeless. It's going to stay with you forever. Number 2, why not? Why not is about ambition and challenging status quo. Every breakthrough comes from someone refusing to accept limits. Human ambition thrives on why not. Why not go to the moon? Why not fly a massive metal tube across continents? I'm talking about airplanes. One of my favorite quotes in this regard is by George Bernard Shaw. And please excuse him and me because this is going to be, it's not gender neutral, but I'll say it as he said it. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. Be that unreasonable person, change the world. I learned about power of why not when working on Chromecast. We said, why not throw away the remote? It seems very obvious right now, but remember the smartphones were still very new in 2011 when we were thinking about Chromecast. We asked that questions many, many times. Why can't a supplier build CPU or SoCs in 3 months? Why can't we have Wi-Fi working behind a TV? Why can't heat dissipate effectively from such a small device? And so on and so forth. Every time we asked that question, the answer just popped up or somebody gave the answer. And if the answer didn't come, we asked that question a few more times and somebody came up with that answer. And that is the power of why not. To top it all, when we went for a demo to Larry Page, we were thinking of a few 100,000 devices. We thought that's the money we want, about $105 million or something. And Larry very genuinely asked, what would it take to build a billion devices? We had never thought that in our dreams. And then we said, why not? And even though we didn't get to a billion, I think we got far. We built an iconic product and a platform. And I think we built a bunch of Chromecast devices and it got into many, many devices where it's inbuilt. And most importantly, I learned the power of why not. Challenge the status quo. Think about why not? Why can't I do that? Number 3, who cares? It is a critical question because it is about impact. Don Valentine, the grandfather of Silicon Valley venture capital, he was invested in Cisco as well and many other companies, was famous for asking one question at the end of every pitch. Who cares? I don't know, Ronnie, if you asked that question, but it would unsettle budding entrepreneurs. But come to think of it, it was the most pertinent question because building tech is just about, just the start. Productizing it at scale is what creates real impact. While I don't want to get into the debate about Nikola Tesla, who am I to challenge, Tesla? But Tesla was a brilliant scientist. But popular notion is that he wasn't able to get his inventions out to the society at large. In fact, it is said that Larry Page read Tesla's biography at a young age, and I think he cried in his room, and decided to make sure that he could do both, invent and commercialize. The result is for all to see at Google. As you step into your new careers, remember what you mastered today could be outdated tomorrow. The only way forward is continuous learning, upskilling, and more importantly, cross-selling. If you are an ML engineer, learn design. If you are a product manager, learn storytelling. If you are a software developer, learn finance and psychology. And don't underestimate soft skills. Half of engineering is building. The other half is convincing others of the value you have built. And don't just do jobs. Don't go after jobs. Join missions, go disrupt industries. That's the biggest thing I tell my team, that you should have a notion of changing industries and not just creating jobs. This requires effort and sacrifice, but it will be well worth it. And I break into verses, so another verse that comes to my mind is Sukharthino kuto vidya vidyarthina kuta sukham. Sukharthino tyajet vidya vidyarthina tyajet sukham. Which means that those who seek comfort cannot gain knowledge. And those who go after knowledge cannot always have comfort. So if you are going after comfort, you might have to leave knowledge. And if you're going after knowledge, comfort won't always come to you. But when you gain knowledge, I think it's going to be well worth it. And all of you here already know this truth, especially those who survived late night assignments while your Netflix queue probably kept growing. And so my advice is simple. Work hard, stay curious, question the status quo, and above all, create real impact in your lives. If you're doing something, ask the question, who cares? Finally, let me leave you with a wish from the bottom of my heart. The words are not mine, but I mean it for you. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. It's a beautiful song from, I don't know if you guys have heard this song, it's from Jason Mraz. And if you get a chance, please do listen to it. If I was running this convocation, I'd play it for you. It's a beautiful song because it talks about what you can achieve and what your tomorrows could be. Along with it, if you can keep the 3 Ws in mind, why not, and who cares? Because that's how you build amazing futures. Congratulations once again. The future isn't just waiting for you, it's yours to build. Go make it extraordinary. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening address. Now, we want you to not only hear from us, but also from someone who, just like you, graduated from the executive postgraduate programs to share their experience of their journey. Let me call upon Agrib Kaundal from the Machine Learning and Artificial Intelligence program.
Feel very overwhelmed. Okay. So good morning to all the dignitaries, faculty, my fellow graduates, and everyone present here. Standing here today feels like we are deploying our final model. We began this journey as raw data. We were messy, we were unstructured, we were full of noise. And over time, through iterations, countless training, and few moments of overfitting, I can proudly say now we are cleaned, now we are processed and trained to be the professionals that we are today. But unlike machine learning, our learning rate is never going to decay. We continue to grow, adapt, and evolve with every challenge. What we have gained here is not just technical expertise, but a sense of purpose to design solutions that are not just intelligent, but impactful, and to build AI that not only thinks, but cares. The algorithm of our future, I believe, is in our hands. And if we train it well, with resilience, with integrity, I can guarantee that we are not going to have 404 error in our lives. So, to IIIT Bangalore, upGrad, our mentors, and my peers, I would like to say thank you for shaping this journey. I'm deeply humbled to be recognized as the top performer, but the real achievement is the collective success of us all. So, let's continue to learn, innovate, and create a future we are proud of. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me now call upon Dr. Shrikanta Mohapatra from the Data Science program.
Namaskar, honorable dignitaries on and off the dais, esteemed faculty members, fellow graduating friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the media, if any. It is indeed a privilege to stand before all of you as a distinguished awardee and as an academic star on this auspicious occasion. As the world has been dynamic and would be dynamic, learning, relearning, unlearning are not just options, they are rather inevitable necessities. It is this school of thought at this age of 55 which motivated me to enroll into a program called the Master of Science in Data Sciences, which has been envisaged, fortunately for all of us, by a collaborative design of IIIT Bangalore, upGrad, and LJMU UK. It's a 3-semester program. The first 2 semesters of The program was called EPGPDS, Executive Postgraduate Program in Data Sciences. Conducted online on weekends, so I sacrificed my comfort zone of being with my family, like many of us have already done. Therefore, this online mode made it feasible for me to learn even at this age of 56. I'm upgraded, I'm upskilled, and it has already been a journey of transformation. Visibility of me and my graduating friends and the 30,000 who have already been benefited has been created by the work envisaged by the great dignitaries and the academicians who have proposed the course. I can say with confidence that we can define and redefine the necessities and problems which can be seen in forthcoming days, and we can suggest solutions to create an impact. This confidence has been imbibed by the course I have gone through. The content delivered in the online mode by upGrad, IIIT Bangalore, and LGME UK are state of the art. They are in accordance with the need of the industry. They are contemporary courses indeed, not obsolescent ones. Removal of obsolescence, modernization is done by upskilling and upgrading, by learning and relearning and unlearning what we had learned earlier. Best of today is going to be better of tomorrow. So there is always scope for improvement. Beyond academics, although this program is going to end, academically, the program is going to end, but the learning continues incessantly. We are going to expand our horizons with each other into collaborative efforts, funded projects, few research papers, dissertations, etc. We will expand our horizon. In fact, we are not closing here. Thanks to such a splendid organization, IIIT Bangalore, I express my heartfelt gratitude to an organization called upGrad and LJMU UK. Thank you, my peers, who competed along with me to bring out the best in me. Had there been no competition, if there is complacency, best doesn't come out. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much. At the end, lastly but not the least, Professor Achyuta Samanta, who has been my employer, enabled me to address the cause of action, the payment of fees. Achyuta Samanta India Initiative Study Center at US has been established by City University of New York. This is not the time to deliberate upon that. All of you might see why such an Indian gentleman has gone into US studies. Please Google it out. We have a lot to learn from his life. He is a living personality. I'm thankful to my family members who could spare few hours in the weekend for me to complete the course. I'm thankful to my Gurudev. I'm thankful to my teachers and to my late parents. Thank you very much indeed. Words are not adequate to express my gratefulness to each one of you for patiently listening to me. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you. Let me now call upon Mr. Pavanel from the Software Development Program.
Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries, faculty members, and mentors, and my peer learners. I feel truly humbled to stand here as an awardee of the Executive Post-Graduation Program in Full Stack Software Development at IIIT Bangalore. This program was thoughtfully designed for the working professional like us, allowing us to pursue higher education while balancing professional work and personal responsibilities. It's been a challenging and privilege. The well-structured timeline and rigorous curriculum and constant guidance from the faculty and mentors made this milestone achievable. And this journey has been more than just academics. It was skill-driven, industrial event, and deeply transformative. Personally, it's helped me in problem-solving skills and pushed my boundaries and adopt myself towards the today's competitive landscape. Most importantly, it gave me the opportunity to learn alongside with the great professionals and industry experts, which made the experience more meaningful. I extend my heartful uh, gratitude to my parents, family, friends, IIIT Bangalore upGrad, our mentors and peer learners for walking this path together and making it so enriched. Being recognized as an academic star is an honor I always cherish. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you all for sharing such heartwarming stories. Some of the learners have achieved exceptional results during your program. You may have not only embarked on and completed your program successfully, but have also inspired a lot of people. I request our chief guest, Mr. Ambarish Kenge, to give the awards. I also request Professor Devbrata Das to join. I would like to call upon faculty in charge, continuing professional education, Professor V. Sridhar, to read out the awardees' names.
So we generally have the tradition of felicitating our high achievers of each of the cohorts. So the first category we have is the Top Performer Award. This award recognizes those students who had the best academic performance and have scored the highest CGPA in their respective program cohorts. So when I read out the names, I request those who are present to come on stage to collect the awards, please. Gariganti Rahul. Garvit Suneja. Bharatbhai Masaribhai Panera. Anutar Jain. Akshay Doyod. Diksha Deepak Katagi. Nidhi Mantri. Agreem Countal. Shashank B. Shah, Binu Kunjuman, So the second category is the Academic Star Award. Shashank B. Shah again. The second category is the Academic Star Award. This award recognizes learners with outstanding academic performance who have achieved a CGPA of more than 3.85 in their respective program cohorts and successfully completed the program with a stipulated duration. When I read out the names, I request those of you who are present to come on stage to collect the awards, please. Prashant B. Gopinath Dara. Saurabh Jasuja. Mithilesh Jayant Hubli. Okay, Tejas Dilip. Kiran Kumar H.A. Kulmeet Singh Dusaj. Sharma Nitin Kumar Rajesh. Akash Agarwal. Prerna Gupta. Archana Kashyap. Srikanta Mohapatra. Sindhu Manakami.
Thank you, sir. I request the chief guest to take the seat on the dais. I would like to call upon our registrar, Commodore S.R. Sridhar, to read out the awardee names. I also request Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, co-founder of upGrad, along with our director, to give out the awards.
Jyotirmay Barua, Vansh Gupta, A. Vishal Verma, Anmol Bandari, Sonika Rajawat, Pooja R. Shetty, Shubham Gupta, Srishti Singh, Arunima Burman, Brinda V, Sutar Komalbain Ramesh Bhai, Gautami, Vasu Garg, Gaike Atharva Suresh, Arnab Saha, Sonalit Thakur, Sivika Singh, Akash P. Rajashekharan, तुषार गुप्ता, सिबानी पांडा, गरिमा जोशी, हरप्रीत कौर, सृष्टि मॉल, चेल्ली बोइना सुनील कुमार, आस्था अग्रवाल, रुपेश कुमार शुक्ला, आकाश कृपलानी, तुम्मपुड़ी वेंकट नागसाई स्वराज कुमार, सप्तऋषि घोष, ऋतिक कुमार, रजनी एन, पूजा विनय दलवी, रोहित राज, पवन एल, दिव्यांश शर्मा, अनिर्बान गंगोपाध्याय, दासरी लक्ष्मी संतोष कुमार, Dasari Lakshmi Santosh Kumar, Sushil Kumar, Saptarshi Ghosh, Akash Mishra, Vibhuti Hitesh Koldia,
Thank you, sir. I would like to call upon Professor Devibrata Das, Director of IIIT B, to give a memento to our chief guest, Mr. Ambarish Kenge, as a token of our appreciation. Thank you, sir. This year also marks a special milestone, 10 years of a remarkable collaboration between IIIT Bangalore and upGrad. Over the past decade, this partnership has empowered thousands of learners and strengthened the vision of delivering world-class education together in knowledge and growth. Today, as we celebrate this proud moment together, we also look forward to many more years of impactful collaboration. I would now like to invite Professor Devibrata Das, Director of IIIT Bangalore, and Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, co-founder of upGrad, to kindly come forward for an exchange of a commemorative memento, a symbol of 10 years of impactful collaboration between IIIT B and upGrad.
Just a word here. There are many of our colleagues here from upGrad. If they can all just stand up, raise their hands, and I think everyone should give them a real, because it's been 10 years. I know you all have experienced this for 1.5 years. I know the people who've come here have always thanked our buddies, our counselors, and all the professors here and everywhere else. And between the faculty, it gives us the joy, and this is something that gives us and lights us our day and our lamp every single day. But to everyone here at upGrad, sir, this is for everyone here. Thank you.
I would like to now call upon Professor Chandrasekhar Ramanathan, Dean of Academics at IIIT B, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. I know I am the last one standing in between you and the coveted class photograph and lunch. I'm sure you don't mind hearing out Professor Rasi one last time, right? Of course, I'm not going to make you take an oath that you will never use the limit clause with SQL for finding min and max. Okay, if you get it, you get it. Okay. Great. And it is indeed a great privilege and an honor to have this opportunity to thank everyone who toiled tirelessly during this entire journey of every learner, right from joining until completion today. I would like to begin by thanking our esteemed chief guest of the day, Mr. Ambarish Genge, for being able to spend this beautiful weekend morning with all of us. As a person who has straddled the entire spectrum of digital platforms, starting with the systems to e-commerce to streaming media to fintech currently, his presence here and his valuable words of wisdom serve as a great inspiration to each one of us. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing this occasion with your presence and giving a glimpse from the trench, as they say, to this enthusiastic outgoing batch. I would like to extend my gratitude, Mr. Ronnie Screwvala, for taking the time to fly down just for this event. This is a testimony of the deep commitment to the strong collaboration between IIIT B and upGrad. Of course, the day is actually all about you. Heartiest congratulations and a big thank you to each one of you for making it to the gala event, in person and in online. While I do make it a point to thank the learners' family during every live session that I conduct in the late evenings or the weekends, I really want to extend a very special in-person thanks to every learner's spouse, parents, children for supporting your dear one every step along the way. Thank you all. Oh, and I think I missed the thanking the babies as well. I would like to extend heartfelt gratitude to our director, Professor Debabrata Das, for his constant support, guidance, and encouragement to give our best with his sole mantra of keeping the interest of learners as the primary focus in everything that IIIT B does, be it in our on-campus fresh students or for seasoned professionals in our online programs. Academic rigor is of paramount importance in all IIIT B programs. That is governed and overseen by members of the Senate and Senate subcommittees, very efficiently coordinated by Professor V. Sridhar and his able team from Continuing Professional Education Center at IIIT B, led by Ms. Rasmita. My sincere thanks to them for making sure we never slip on the high standards that we have set for ourselves. I would like to thank Commodore Sridhar, Registrar, for flawless administration at scale. Indeed, delivering programs of this high quality would not be possible without complete support from my fellow faculty members, some of whom are here, and also the industry subject matter experts. I express my deep gratitude to each and every individual for taking time out from their hectic day job for recording videos or delivering live sessions to the learners during precious weekends. The sheer size of the event today shows the scale at which these programs have been operating. As our go-to partner for these programs, I would like to acknowledge the invaluable role that Team upGrad has played in delivering an outstanding learning experience, once again, at scale. Thank you very much. Thanks to Ronnie for providing impeccable leadership to make this partnership between IIIT B and upGrad very special. The team, very ably led by Sarajit Kanungo, is at the heart of keeping the program sticking without missing a beat. Big thanks to all the mentors, teaching assistants, buddies, live session coordinators for their tireless support. This is indeed a very special and proud day for all of us, as we all got to make a difference in the lives of over 2,500 learners who have graduated just today. Congratulations once again on successfully and officially unlocking your alumni status with IIIT Bangalore. Hope we have been able to make this day special for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great ahead. Keep the fire going. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I kindly request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बलवङ्गा विन्ध्य हिमाचल यमुना गङ्गा उच्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai. I request our learners present here to remain seated as we have organized a special photograph for you. I request the dignitaries on the dais to please be seated on the front row while the auditorium will be arranged for the group photo. I request